Hey guys, Second here, bringing you a Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so next up, we're going to jump into the stage 11 of the Divine Wrath and Mortal Will, the boss rush versus the super type enemies. This one has a mission for 6 future saga characters. So we're going to use the new Rose. We're basically using like a full Rose team, right? We've got the Int Summonable LR, the AGL that got the Super Easy A today, and then 3 of the free-to-play clones. So basically every unit on the team is a Rose Goku Black of some way or another. I'm going to use the support memory because give the free-to-play units a bit of a buff. This stage definitely feels like it's a lot harder than the Extreme Class 1. I don't know. Let me know how you guys got on. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so we've got a decent enough starting rotation here. We've got both the Roses on turn 1 and 2. And basically, if you don't, you kind of want to restart, because with this team, like, realistically, you don't have another unit that's actually good in slot 1. I'm using the 2 Zamasus, active skill, support memory here for that little bit of extra power for the free-to-play characters. This one definitely has been a tricky one so far. I had a few attempts without any luck. Got super close at the end of the stream this morning, to the point where the final phase, like Sword of Hope Trunks, had basically like 1 HP, and then super attacked one of the clones in slot 3. So it's like any one of the units throughout the turn had got like an extra crit or something, then it would have been GG. But unfortunately, that was not the case. Int Rose might be able to get the KO here, which then gives us the finishing blow thing nice and early, because he can hit incredibly hard with this temporary buff that he has. 54 million on turn 1 here, no support, and then yeah, look at that, just crits and takes him out. So yeah, this one's definitely been tough, just because Trunks at the end hits like an absolute truck. I should float you off really, because all the trunk, because we don't want to have, because this is basically a full Rose Goku Black team, although obviously some of them are the clones. So the AGL one and the Int one have the same name, so we want to try and not end up with them both on the same rotation. But yeah, the Sword of Hope Trunks at the end, his super does like 7.7 million damage, which is an insane amount. And the crazy thing is that like Rose can just tank that, which is nuts. Especially post super, like, just takes very little damage. Even my 55% one, which is crazy. But of course the clones, even the AGL and Int Goku Black, it's a little bit of a different story, because Int Goku Black, the LR, doesn't have damage reduction or guard or anything, but his defense, his raw defense number can get up to an insanely high number, like after he's attacked. But in terms of tanking like a massive super, it's not really ideal for him. But yeah, the clones are all very good. Like, how much is the physical clone going to take from the super here from Goku? Double digit damage. That Goku does 2 million with his super, so obviously nothing crazy compared to the toughest bosses or anything like that, but free to play unit just casually tanking that for double digit damage. Right, we do love to see that. And then of course AGL Rose with his Super Easy A that came out today, providing some support. Very good. Okay, so yeah, the Int clone has a Scouter as well, which obviously that's one of the main reasons why I brought him on the team, because having a Scouter obviously for these difficult events is very helpful. So let's just go ahead and do that. The tech one also has an action break, which can be really good, like when attacking, that can be really convenient. He doesn't have to get the tech orb or anything for him to be able to do that. So if we ever get a rotation that he's on and there's like one attack in the middle or at the end that is the super, we know we can just put him there and then he just gets rid of it and we don't even have to worry about it, which is quite nice. And of course, any rotations where they're going to super in slot 1, they're basically just wasting their time anyway when it comes to STR Rose. So we know we're in a good spot here. So I can probably keep the Int Rose on rotation next time. He might actually even be able to finish him off, to be honest, because the LR Rose then will have Fierce Battle and Legendary Power, so they should do some crazy damage. Yeah, look at that, 35 million for the free-to-play. The STR one, I think, is the one that can get up the highest, because I think he massively raises on Super. Like, I've seen screenshots of him doing like 50 million, which is, for a free-to-play unit, is pretty crazy. Like, they're definitely snapped with this free-to-play Rose Clones team. Like, very, very good set of free-to-play units. I wonder if they will do the same thing for part 2. Like, because it would be very good to see like free-to-play Shadow Dragons. Like, some of them don't even have a card higher than like an R in the game, right? So imagine them all having free-to-play farmable TURs that were on this level, because this team is like, the full clone team itself is actually pretty good. That'll be the other video for today. I want to take them into one of the events from the anniversary and see how well they do, because obviously the anniversary power creep was really like bad for some of the teams that were big in the meta before the anniversary, but the clone team is just so good. Alright, so he's supering at the end, so AGL Rose should be fine. But yeah, this Vegito Blue was the one that caused a lot of people issues during the worldwide celebration, because he can hit pretty hard and he can super twice in a turn, but he can be attack lowered. And quite usefully, the STR Rose, like the new LR, does actually lower attack on his 12 key super, so that's quite helpful. Although it's very annoying when he only gets an additional normal, because obviously he has a additional with a great chance to become a super as part of his passive. So if he doesn't get it, you don't get the 12 key super, then he doesn't attack lower, which is, you know, a bit annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, AGL Rose, obviously when he gets hit, he gets 200% defense. He gets damage reduction build up throughout the turn as well. I don't know if the super is the first attack. Ideally it's not, because then he gets hit and gets a bit of extra damage reduction and then he gets super attacked. So there you go, gets a bit of extra damage reduction, then he gets supered. So he's got like 45% damage reduction at this point. So he should take double digit damage. Yeah, nice. Okay, love to see that. Now this is a tricky one. I mean, if we do this, we know, like I said before, right, the tech one's going to action break the super. Or, well, the attack in the middle. It's not necessarily a super, we don't know. But might as well do that, because then if it is the super, it's just gone. And then hopefully in Rose at the end should be okay. Ideally, we actually do get an additional super with STR Rose, so we can get some of this attack lowering on the go, would be quite helpful. There we go. 29 mil for the additional for the friend Rose here. And bear in mind, that's with him linked up with the clone. It's great that the clones have big bad bosses, but obviously he doesn't have legendary power or fierce battle active, and he's still able to hit pretty hard. And then yeah, the clones pretty good themselves. There's the action break. Goodbye attack in the middle, and then 50 million attacks that from Int Rose. We need to get the Int LR Fusion Zamasu EZA announced like ASAP. It'll be another really, really good piece for this team. Damn, double additionals from Rose here. That puts him at what, like 110 million attack stat worth of damage for this turn. Not sure how much this will do though. I mean, his defense at this point is probably over like 4 million. So he might actually just take double digit damage. Yeah, Vegito supers for 4.1 million. So that means that, yeah, like Rose was basically at 4 million defense there for that turn, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. Get the Int Orb for you, and then get the Physical Orb for you. Just make sure we get the Type Orbs where we can for the free-to-play Rose clones. Because the Imp one does have Guard, so should be able to tank this. Especially if we do get the additional for STR Rose and we get that attack lower again. That'll be helpful. Yeah, there we go. 27 million additional from my 55% Rose with no Fierce Battle or Legendary Power active. Pretty good. And 21 million for the Int guy. Ooh. Something got the double. Alright, so we should hopefully tank this. We've got guard, but... Ooh, 500k. That's quite a lot. But I mean, considering again, he hits for 4.1 million. So, it's actually pretty good. Oh, man, this is going to be a shame because we... Yeah, there's not going to be a unit that I could really put in slot 1. Because you know that Zamasu, like, if we exchanged the Rosé into Zamasu, he would hit like an absolute freight train on this turn. Because we're on such low HP. I mean, if we used Zamasu's active skill, we would heal, like... Because his active skill... massively raises attack temporarily, does ultimate damage. Key 4 and attack 40% in battle. But yeah, when activating the active skill, if HP is 60% or less, which it is, 500% extra attack and a guaranteed crit recovers 6% of that damage dealt as HP. So we could get a full heal. Although we probably are going to get the Dokkan attack this turn. Which then gives us a full heal. But the problem is we don't know where he's supering for the turn. So... Maybe we will just try and do that and get the do the Zamasu active. I haven't watched this for a while, so let's put the animation on. We'll do the Zamasu active skill because that should literally just heal us to full and should do a pretty crazy amount of damage. The 500% extra attack because we're at 60% or less HP. So this should hit like super hard. It means we are missing out on the buff for the team with the Rosé active skill, but considering the setup for the turn. Yeah, does the full 999 damage, just takes off like 2 of his HP bars straight away, heals us back to full, then we can go ahead and do that. Get rid of that attack in the middle. In fact, we probably can avoid the Dokkan attack here as well, because if we just get the green orb for you, and then don't get an AGL orb for you, because there wasn't one there anyway, can avoid the Dokkan attack here. It's perfect. 65 million for Rosé, because bear in mind that buff from the Zamasu active skill, that applies to whether you switch back to Goku Black or not. So he's now got that massive extra attack buff. Sadly, of course, didn't get the additional. Yeah. Trunks not supering in the middle is a bit scary though. Because he's only attacking once at the end, so if he super attacks AGL Rosé, that's potentially bad. Unable to attack due to fear. Okay. So double super from Rosé, of course, always gets the double super. Ideally you want to build in full additional, because if he can get that third super and greatly raise attack again, then obviously that's super helpful. Oh, all the attacks in slot 1. Well, I couldn't ask for anything better than that. So we're going to use Rosé's active skill, because now that gives the whole team a buy. Imagine how hard the friend one's going to hit now, because he's going to have this multi-turn support from the STR Rosé on this turn, and then he's just used his own, like the Zamasu active skill, so he has the permanent buff. So like, he's going to hit insanely hard at the start of the next turn, which is what we want, right? We want to get rid of this Trunks like as quickly as possible. Although I think he's going to... When he changes to the other Spirit Sword Trunks, does he get a full heal? Because that would be super annoying. Although we're going to get the Dokkan attack here as well. Maybe maybe I should do this just for the extra attack power for STR Rosé, because then we get the Dokkan attack. And he's obviously going to hit like quite hard. We might actually be able to kill him.
Time to get serious.
Yeah, 58 million attack stat. And if we hit all the nodes here, which we do, so we get a pretty good damage modifier, then the Int Rosé is going to be hitting like 50 odd million. So yeah, we might actually be able to kill him. Also depends whether Rosé gets an additional or not, but... yeah, some big damage. 41 million additional. He's 55%. Well, that's crazy. And then the Int LR. Okay, yeah, we're going to get supered here by Trunks. This does 6 point something, I think. Yeah, 50 damage. That should do 6.3 million. And we take double-digit damage. Yeah, we're not going to kill him. Oh man, if he gets a full heal, that's going to be super annoying. Because like the STR Rose on the next turn should absolutely destroy him here. Because yeah, the clone's doing a decent bit of damage. I mean, to be fair, like, I've had a few attempts at this so far, and I keep getting really unlucky, like, right at the end. Okay, yeah, he doesn't get full health, so Rosé's just going to crush him. There isn't even an attack in the middle, so all of the clones get to attack before he gets to do anything. He's got to die here, right? Do this. Do this. Oh, we didn't get a physical. Do you need a physical orb to get guard? Yes. Well, that's annoying. Surely we kill him here. Because I'm tempted to just use the item just to make sure. Because like I said, I've had multiple attempts at this so far, but he must kill him on this turn, right? I'm just going to do it. If it turns out we didn't need it, we all know we didn't need it. It will show at the end that we used an item, but this is almost the exact same situation I got into before, where he survived with like the tiniest sliver of health. And because we don't have a scouter on this turn, he could be supering in slot 3. But yeah, Rosé with the 73 million attack, and then didn't get the additional super. Then he got the additional super. Okay, so Rosé just able to handle it by himself. So we didn't need to use the item. He survives the STR Rosé with like 1 HP, and then the tech clone comes in and finishes him off. So there you go. So we used the item essentially for no reason, but we were using a support memory anyway, so it's not truly a no items run regardless. But man, that one's definitely tricky. Like the fact that Trunks hits so hard, he has no cooldown on his supers either. So even if he supers you in like slot 3 on one of the turns, he could just instantly be supering you in slot 1 on the next turn, which is kind of crazy. So, but there you go. So we got the stage done with what is essentially like a full Rosé Goku Black team. And that is the last 2 missions. So beat stage 11, and then obviously the special conditions. Oh yeah, the support memory is now even better, giving an extra 5% support. But yeah, the special mission was obviously for 6 future Saga characters. So you don't have to use a full extreme team, of course, but I thought since we used a super team for stage 10, we might as well. So there you go. Let me know how you guys got on with that stage. Pretty tricky, especially near the end, but there you go. Let me know all your thoughts on these 2 new stages down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.